We join Bruff Scott for this afternoon's racing from Newmarket at 2:30, but now it's time for Thursday's edition of 15 to 1 as another group of contestants make their bid for the championship.
Ian Murdoch from Crawley, Michael Taylor from Boston, Mark Broadhead from Norwich, Richard Thompson from Taunton in Somerset, Ken Claxton from Kettering, Paul Cardin from Wallasey on Merseyside, Laurel Knightley from Bognor Regis, Ian Mitchell from Leeds, Helen Grayson also from Leeds, Bert Sams from Shorn in Kent, David Watson from Edinburgh, Mark Atkinson from Carlisle, Patricia Brunt from Worcester Park, Surrey, Anne Finnegan from Belfast, and Rory Burke from Pimlico in London are all here to play 15 to 1, introduced by William G. Stewart.
Good luck. Thank you, thank you. Well, we don't have a previous winner in today's programme, so a new name will automatically find a place on the finals board, and in about 17 or 18 minutes from now, 3 of the 15 brave people standing behind me will be here in with a chance. But first, they had to survive round 1, and today we start with Ian Murdoch from Crawley in Sussex. Ready? In which state in Australia is Botany Bay?
New South Wales.
I'm sorry, it was after the bell, I think. Michael, how many decades of beads are used to recite the Rosary of the Blessed Virgin Mary?
3.
5. Mark, which is the largest of all seabirds?
The Wandering Albatross.
It is. Richard, in Great Britain, the Queen is first in precedence at all formal occasions. Who takes second precedence? The Duke of Edinburgh. Ken, the marker is the currency of which country in Europe?
Bulgaria.
Finland. Paul, which company was incorporated in 1327 to assay and stamp silver and gold with a leopard's head hallmark?
No idea.
The Goldsmiths Company. Laurel, on which Greek island is Gerald Durrell's book, My Family and Other Animals, set?
Corfu?
It is, yes. Ian, in which Shakespeare play is the warning, Beware the Ides of March?
Julius Caesar.
It is. Helen, in which ocean are the Solomon Islands?
The Pacific.
They are. Bert, what word of Greek derivation means literally empty tomb?
I don't know.
Cenotaph. David, in which Dickens novel does the character Uriah Heep appear?
Pickwick Papers.
Pardon?
Pickwick Papers.
No, David Copperfield. Mark, which planet is known as the Red Planet?
Mars.
Patricia, China is the most populous country in the world. Which is the second?
United States of America.
India. Anne, in international football, what colour card does a soccer referee show as a first warning when booking a player?
Yellow.
Yes, a yellow card. And Rory, which museum in London is known as the V&A?
The Victoria and Albert.
It is. Ian, your second question, and you need this to survive. Which castle in Aberdeenshire is one of the Queen's royal residences?
Balmoral.
You survive. Michael, Hastings, Hythe, Dover and Sandwich were 4 of the original 5 Cinque Ports. What was the 5th?
Rye.
New Romney. Rye will join later. You have to sit down. Mark, in the US, what was sold illicitly in a speakeasy?
Alcohol.
Richard, you need this one. A chukker is a period of play in polo. How long is a chukker?
7.5 minutes.
It is, Richard. Ken, who became the first president of the newly formed Egyptian Republic in 1953?
Naguib.
Yes, you survive. Paul, what are chaparreas?
No.
They're the chaps that cowboys wear. Chaps is short for it. You have to sit down. Laurel, Abyssinia is the former name of which African country?
Ethiopia?
Yes. Ian, who in the Bible said to God, Am I my brother's keeper?
Cain.
Yes, you have your 3 lives intact. Helen, although Casablanca won Best Picture and Best Director awards in 1943, which 1952 film gave Humphrey Bogart his only Oscar as Best Actor?
Maltese Falcon.
The African Queen. You've lost a life, but you survived. Bert, you need this one. Aeroflot is the national airline of which country?
Russia.
It is, you survive. David, what sort of creature is a yellow hammer?
Bird.
It is, you survive. Mark, site of a World War I battle, in which country is Passchendaele?
Turkey.
Belgium. Patricia, you need this one. What is a coracle?
It's a round boat
A
canoe.
small boat,
Yeah.
yes. You survive. Anne, who created the amateur detective Sherlock Holmes? Conan Doyle. The last question in round one is yours, Rory. The 1988 edition of the Encyclopaedia Britannica is dedicated to which two heads of state?
The President of the United States and the Queen.
Yes, there we are. Well, it's, I think, 2 down and 13 to go. Anthony, please.
Those two to whom we say goodbye are Michael Taylor from Boston and Paul Cardin from Wallasey on Merseyside.
I saw the sigh of relief on your face, Ian, when the second question came good. Round 2, you face the first question from the top of the pack. You know the rules? Yes. An incorrect answer will cost you one of those lives, and I'll skip on to Mark, give me a correct answer, and we can start nominating, and we shall continue until there are just those 3 of you I need for the final. Are you ready? Ian, which youth organisation has the initials YHA?
Youth Hosteling Association.
Youth Hostels Association, yes, I'll take it. Number, please.
Number 9, please.
Number 9. Helen, where is the ocean of storms, also called Oceanus Procellarum?
On the moon.
A number, please.
12.
Mark, what sort of instrument was the mighty Wurlitzer?
It was an organ.
Yes, a cinema organ. A number, please.
Number 4.
Number 4. Richard, Albert Schweitzer founded a mission hospital at Lamborghini in 1913. In which present-day country is it?
Congo.
No, Gabon. You've lost 1 life. Another number, please.
Number 4.
Number 4 again. Richard, which British television soap is shot mainly on a real housing estate in Liverpool?
Coronation Street.
Brookside. You have to sit down. Another number, please.
Number 1.
Number 1. Ian, what sort of creature is a sidewinder?
Reptile.
Yes, a snake. A number, please.
Number 13.
Number 13. Patricia, on what type of building would you find a minaret?
On a mosque.
A number, please.
Number 5.
Ken, barathea is a kind of what?
Language.
No. Cloth or fabric. You've lost a life. Another number, please, Patricia.
Number 9.
Number 9. Helen, ethology is the study of the behaviour of what?
Animals.
Yes, a number, please.
11.
David, what do Clarence House, Royal Lodge Windsor and the Castle of May in Caithness have in common?
They're all residences of the royal family. Residents of the royal
yes,
family.
they are actually residents of the Queen Mother, but I must give it to you. A number, please.
5.
Number 5, Ken, who was the most famous of the Australian bushrangers hanged in Melbourne in 1880?
Ned Kelly.
A number, please, Ken.
12.
Number 12. Mark, which gangling adolescent schoolboy was played on television by Gian Samarco?
Haven't a clue.
Adrian Mole. Another number, please.
11.
Number 11. David, which union is the NUT?
National Union of Teachers.
A number, please, David.
14.
14. Anne, the highest rank in the US Army is a general with how many stars?
4.
5. David, another number, please.
Number 1.
Ian, what would a soothsayer do?
Foretell the future.
A number, please, Ian.
Number 7.
Number 7. Laurel, the Roman Emperor Caligula made his horse a consul. What was his name?
No idea.
Incitatus, a life gone. Another number, please, Ian.
Number 7.
Number 7 again, Laurel. The Sicilian, French and Old Indian defences are all tactics. In which game?
Chess?
Yes. A number, please, Laurel.
13.
Patricia, can you name the type of gate at a churchyard entrance where a coffin would rest?
A lich gate.
A number, please.
Number 15.
Number 15. Rory, what is the literal meaning of the Latin phrase post-mortem?
After death.
A number, please.
Number 5, please.
Ken, what is an aviatrix? It's a female aviator or pilot. You have to sit down. Another number, please, Rory.
Number 9, please.
Number 9. Helen, inhabitants of which English town are known as Petroburgians?
Peterborough.
A number, please.
10.
Number 10. Bert, what does British Rail now call second-class travel? Standard class. Another number, please, Helen.
Number 15.
Rory, which model of car won the Le Mans 24-hour race in 1988 for the first time since 1957?
Jaguar.
Yes, the number, please.
Number 8.
Number 8. Ian, What does the term sans et lumière literally mean?
Without light.
No, sound and light. A number, please?
Number 10.
Bert, what action did Judas Iscariot take to identify Jesus to the chief priests and elders?
I don't know.
He kissed him on the cheek. You have to sit down. Another number, please?
Number 11.
Number 11, David. What organisation, known originally as the Christian Mission, was founded in the East End of London in 1865?
Salvation Army.
A number, please?
1.
Number 1. Ian, what name is given to the distinctive language of gypsies?
Romany.
Yes. A number, please?
Number 14.
Number 14, Anne. New Caledonia in the South Pacific is an overseas territory belonging to which country?
Britain.
France. You have to sit down. Another number, please, Ian.
Number 13.
Number 13. Patricia, what is the lowest commissioned officer rank in the Army?
I don't know.
Second lieutenant. Another number, please, Ian.
Number 13.
Patricia, what name is given to the Sunday before Easter?
Palm Sunday.
A number, please.
Number 12.
Number 12. Mark, the art of judging the faculties and character from the shape of the skull has a scientific name. What is it?
I don't know.
You do. It's phrenology.
Yeah.
You have to sit down, Mark. Patricia, please.
Number 11.
Number 11. David, in mythology, what were the Pillars of Hercules?
The entrances to, was it Rhodes? Port of Rhodes?
No, they were two mountains at the Straits of Gibraltar. One life gone. Another number, please, Patricia.
Number 1.
Number 1, Ian. Which Lancashire seaside resort was, until 1870, known officially as Paulton Le Sands?
Blackpool.
No, Morecambe. Another number, please.
Number 7.
Number 7, Laurel. The three fundamental physical states of matter are solid, liquid and...
Gas.
A number, please.
1.
Ian, what would your star sign be if you were born on Valentine's Day?
Taurus.
Aquarius. You have to sit down. Laurel, please.
11.
11. David, where in the British Isles is the Giant's Causeway?
Ireland.
Yes, Northern Ireland. A number, please, David.
15.
15. Rory, RTE is a broadcasting organisation in which country?
Republic of Ireland.
Yes. Radio Telephys Éireann. A number, please.
Number 8, please.
Ian, what is the last book in the Old Testament? Malachi. A number, please, Rory.
Number 9.
Number 9. Helen, in which European city are the headquarters of the Council of Europe?
The Hague.
Strasbourg. A number, please, Rory.
Number 11.
Number 11. David, in diving, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus is known by what acronym?
Scuba.
A number, please.
8.
Ian, in sculpture, a quadriga features what?
4 legs.
No, 4 horses and a chariot. You have to sit down. A number, please.
13.
13. Patricia, how many strings does a cello have?
4.
A number, please.
Number 9.
Number 9. Helen, on a bottle of brandy, what do the letters VSOP stand for?
Very special old pale.
Yes. You don't run an off licence, do you?
Might drink the occasional one.
Or do you drink a lot of it?
Oh, no, no.
Oh, a number, please.
11, please.
11. David, what famous map was first laid out in an exercise book in 1931 by a draftsman called Harry C. Beck?
Map of London.
No, the London Underground map. Another number, please.
7.
7. Laurel, Terra Technology is aimed at increasing the life and efficiency of what?
The Earth.
No, machinery and equipment. Another number, please.
7 again.
7 again. Laurel, what Latin phrase means continuing in a similar manner indefinitely?
Ad infinitum.
A number, please.
13.
Patricia, who was granted his first patent for his vulcanised rubber process in 1844?
Dunlop.
Charles Goodyear.
Yeah.
You have to sit down. A number, please, Laurel.
9.
Number 9. Helen, in which town is Britain's only private university?
Buckinghamshire.
Yes, it is in Buckingham. A number, please.
7.
You just got your name in time. Laurel, to which post was Alison Wardley appointed for which she had to sign the Official Secrets Act?
Oh, nanny to Prince William and Harry.
No, it's nanny for the Duke and Duchess of York's baby. Oh! So near and yet so far. It is 12 down and 3 to go. And after the break, Mark Broadhead, Helen Grayson and Rory Burke will join me here for the final and try to find a place on that finals board. Don't go away. See you in 2 or 3 minutes.
Do you wish you had the know-how to tackle imaginative cooking?
Even curry gave me worry, and my pastry would disgrace me.
Now Prue Leaf brings you Confident Cooking, a step-by-step guide that grows with your confidence.
You should try my Chinese stir-fry, new beef casserole, and my ice bowl.
Now you're cooking with confidence. Issue one with free binder at your newsagent now.
I've just invented a vanishing cream, Doc. Bet you can't top that. Doc? Doc?
I've just seen a UFO, Joe. Bet you can't top that.
Introducing Kellogg's Toppers. Bet you thought shredded whole wheat just couldn't be topped. Well, Kellogg's have, with a delicate topping that makes them altogether delicious.
I've just caught a whopper, Daddies. Bet you can't top that.
New Kellogg's Toppers. Bet you can't top that.
For the next few weeks, your milkman won't just be delivering the milk. He'll be serving up crown roast of lamb, apple and orange crumble, pork in plum sauce, and Banbury cakes. The Dairy Book of British Food. Over 400 recipes for just £4.50 when you order an extra pint.
Well, Skipper, open it. Good grief. Free holidays. In the sun. Just popping out for a moment or two. Dear chaps, you may be wondering what happened to me that morning.
We like sea fish, mama. We like sea fish, mama. I love haddock, herring too. I love the taste of fish. When we come home from school at night, we get our favorite dish. We like sea fish, mama. We like sea fish. Fish, 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 fish. Fish, everyone's favorite dish. Fish.
The three surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Mark Broadhead, who is involved in the technical support of computer systems for a major insurance company in his hometown of Norwich; Helen Grayson, who makes life easier for some by writing those vital instructions for the use of computers, and Helen comes from Leeds; and Rory Burke, who was for many years a trawlerman in his native island before moving into the recruitment business, and Rory now lives in Pimlico.
Thank you. Welcome back. Well, Mark, Helen, Rory, just a reminder, at the top of the finals board, Walter Dobson has a score of 210. You aim to get somewhere near that, and if you get anywhere near it, you'll have a good chance of staying there for some time. A quick reminder of the start of the rules of the final. You start with 3 lives intact, and you score 10 points for each correct answer. You happy with the rest of the rules? Right, fingers on the buzzers, please. Here we go. What was the name of the American inventor who patented his crank-operated multi-barrel machine gun in Mark?
Gatling.
It was. You have 10 points. Which British newspaper is known as the FT? Helen?
Financial Times.
Yes, you have 10 points. What sort of hunting weapon is a bolus or Boliodorus? Mark?
It's like a lasso, but instead of a ring of rope, there's 3 weights on strings.
That's a nice description of it, and they throw it at the legs of the animals. It brings them down. Well done. Right, fingers back on the buzzers, please. In which alphabet does 1 large dot with 5 small dots denote the letter A? Mark?
Braille.
Yes, sir. And you have 3 correct answers, 30 points. The choice is now yours. Would you like the question or would you like to nominate?
I'll have the question.
Born in Hoboken, New Jersey, discovered by band leader Harry James in the late 30s, first starred in the movie Higher and Higher, won an Oscar for his performance in From Here to Eternity, who?
Marlon Brando.
Frank Sinatra. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Cu is the chemical symbol for what metal, Helen?
Copper.
It is. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
By what name is the 18th century landscape gardener Lancelot Brown better known?
Capability.
Question or nominate?
Question.
Who, following a previous court case, was arrested in the Cadogan Hotel, London in 1895?
I don't know.
Oscar Wilde. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. What does a graphologist study? Helen again?
Handwriting.
Yes, or writing systems. Question or nominate?
Nominate Rory.
Rory, what Italian word is used to describe freelance photographers who pursue the famous?
Paparazzi.
Question or nominate?
Question.
What beverage is obtained from the shrub Camellia sinensis? Tea. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. How many sides has a tetragon? Helen?
4.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Rory.
Rory, with whom do you associate the aeroplane, the Spirit of St. Louis?
Lindbergh.
Question or nominate, Rory?
Question.
In World War I, ANZAC was the acronym for what?
Australian New Zealand Armed Corps.
Question or nominate?
Question.
Which Olympic sport is defined as progression by steps so that unbroken contact with the ground is maintained?
Walking.
Question or nominate?
Question.
Which tax on bought goods was replaced by value-added tax in 1973?
Purchase tax.
Question or nominate?
Question.
What does a numismatist study or collect?
Coins.
Yes, or medals. Question or nominate?
Question.
What type of musical instrument is a celesta or celeste?
It's a wind instrument.
No, it's a keyboard or percussion instrument. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. The life story of comedian and singer Fanny Bryce. Mark?
It was Funny Girl.
It was. The rest of it was going to be about Broadway, music and films and everything. You saved me the trouble. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
How many tennis tournaments does a man or woman have to win to achieve the Grand Slam?
4.
Yes, it's US, French and Australian Opens and Wimbledon. Question or nominate?
Question again.
In 1876, which cricketer scored the first recorded triple century in first-class cricket?
W.G. Grace.
Yes, 344 not out, the MCC versus Kent. Question or nominate?
Question again.
What in London are or were the Surrey Commercial, St Catherine's, Royal Victoria and Albert and West India?
Docks.
They were. Question or nominate?
Question again.
Shiva and his wife Parvati feature in the mythology of which religion?
Hinduism.
Question or nominate?
Question again.
What name is shared by a theatre in Sheffield and a play by Arthur Miller?
Crucible.
Question or nominate?
Question.
In Britain, what is the speed limit on motorways for cars towing caravans or trailers?
50.
60. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Campanology is the art of what? Helen?
Bell ringing.
Yes, bells or bell ringing. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which country gained its independence from the Netherlands in 1831? Belgium, next door. Fingers on the buzzers, please. Mistress Ford, Mistress Page and Mistress Quickly are characters in which Shakespeare play?
Merry Wives of Windsor.
They are, Mark. Question or nominate?
I'll risk a question.
You'll risk a question. Which highly expensive edible fungus is collected in oak woods using trained pigs or dogs?
Truffles.
Question or nominate?
Question.
It is a famous painting. Its Italian name is La Gioconda. How do we best know it?
Mona Lisa.
Question or nominate?
Question.
A BA is a Bachelor of Arts. What is a BD?
Bachelor of Divinity.
Question or nominate?
Question.
The Stanislavski method is a system of training in what profession?
Acting.
Question or nominate?
I'll nominate Rory this time.
Rory, how many days after Easter Day is Ascension Day?
40.
Question or nominate?
I'll nominate Mark.
Mark, in the 1790s, who suffered a physical loss at Bastia and another at Calvi and then later at Santa Cruz?
Great man of my own county, Lord Nelson.
God, I wonder what you were going to say for a minute, yes. Good heavens above. Question or nominate?
I'll nominate Rory.
Rory, what is the name of the cat that appears in his own strip cartoon in the London Evening Standard and the Daily Express?
Garfield.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mark.
Mark, a velocipede was an early form of what means of transport?
Bicycle.
Question or nominate?
I'll nominate Helen.
Helen, which office has been held by Frederick Coggan, Arthur Ramsay and Thomas Cranmer?
Archbishop of Canterbury.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mark.
Mark, the name Victor is derived from a Latin word meaning what?
Winner.
Yes, or conqueror, yes.
I'll nominate Helen.
Helen, which city was the capital of England during the reign of King Canute?
Winchester.
Question or nominate?
I'll nominate Mark.
Mark, if a person has the abbreviation Cantab after their name, what does it denote?
Means they got their degree at Cambridge.
It does, sir. That's the last question. I think that's the first time in this series that we finished the final with the 3 contestants all still standing. The position is this, that Rory, you finished with 1 life and 80 points. Helen, you finished with 1 life and 80 points. Mark, you finished with 1 life and 180 points, and your life being worth 10 points, your score as the winner is 190. And there you are on the board, number 2, Mark Broadhead, 190 points. Well done again. Well done. Well done, Helen. Well done, Rory. Well done, Mark. Well, there you are. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then. Bye.
And in fact, 15 to 1 returns on Monday at 2 o'clock here on S4C.